Hi everybody, welcome back to COVID cooking. I am one of the people who got enough toilet paper but forgot my matzah. So I am excited to be making my own matzah. I've always wanted to make it. I made it with my kids before and we poke little holes in with forks. But I did manage to also get enough flour, and I figured I would try the New York Times olive oil matzah with spelt flour. And spelt is considered to be one of the flours that you can use along with wheat flour and oat flour and some of the other flours. So what I'm going to do is I put 2 cups of the spelt flour in, and add to that 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. By the way, check your olive oils. The California Olive Ranch is supposed to be a real olive oil. There are a lot of olive oils out there that are not real. And there's an optional 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. I really like Redmond's real sea salt because it has a lot of minerals in it, and it's really really good for canning and pickling as well. I have just washed my hands, so I'm going to use my fingers to get the rest of the salt out. And then what I'm going to do is I've also preheated my oven to 500 degrees, and we're going to use cookie sheets, the backs of cookie sheets, to get them really, really hot. But make sure your oven's preheated or broiling. And then I'm going to start this up, and I'll show you. Once I get it moving, I'm going to pour in about 1/2 cup of water until it turns into a ball. And I'm going to spare you the sound on that. This is what we got, folks. This is all spelt flour. We're avoiding gluten in my family. This is not gluten-free, but it's much lower gluten. So if you don't have a true allergy or intolerance, we can try this. And this is beautiful. We're gonna roll it and cut it into 12 pieces. Our ancestors had to flee. They were in a time of locusts. You know that this is the largest locust invasion in 70 years? They were in a time of plagues, and we have a time of plagues, so nothing has to be perfect. And I'm just poking little holes so it looks like store-bought matzah. I guess I should probably flip this over and do the other side with these little fork. You want it really thin so you can almost see through it. And it'll cook up in about 3 minutes. I've already preset my oven on 500, and I'm not doing anything perfect about this. If it doesn't turn out like I said, I'm using this as matzah meal for my matzo ball soup tomorrow. And this, I'm gonna put this on the back of a cookie sheet, and all the different sizes are fine. It doesn't really matter. It's all gonna be eaten because we waste not and want not in COVID cooking times, right? So this one is gonna be thin enough just to fit on the side. By the way, I was looking at the recipe. This is I love markbittman. We have 3 of his cookbooks. We have How to Make Everything. We have How to Make Everything Vegetarian. And each of my boys is going to get they make a lot of their, young school-age kids, and they take out his recipe book and make a bunch of things on the weekends all by themselves. Very easy to make. And they both are getting a markbittman How to Make Everything cookbook when they move off to college. They might not even need it at that point because they've made so many recipes. This is going in the oven, and we'll let you know how it goes right after.
I use markbittman's cookbook every single week to make my bundt cakes, so when it comes to cooking, I'm pretty experienced. By the way, I'm her son, and I love making matzah and cooking with my mom because it's always just been a lot of fun. So while she's upstairs doing what she's doing, I'm going to be rolling the matzah and doing it. You see we're poking holes, which I think she already mentioned, and we're just gonna be poking holes to make it look like matzah. And I don't think she mentioned this, but it also gets some heat up in there, and it really just helps it when it comes to just doing this. It gets the heat up in the holes, and it makes it cook faster. That's why they were so fast. If you want to make, you can make shapes out of them just for fun. An A.
We have to keep our eye on this matzah. You can see it's almost ready. It's only been in there for like 2 minutes, so you've got to keep your eye on this. It looks beautiful.
It's made out of spelt. It took a little longer than the markbittman book. So here we are taking them out. They still look nice. There's nothing wrong with them. And here they are.
Starting to burn though.
Yep, so we
So
gotta
we've got to
get it out
really fast. But don't burn yourself. Okay. So we'll take it out. That looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good, guys and gals. All right, let's see.
So good, right?
That's good.
I've already tried one. They were amazing. We love them. Thank you to markbittman for the Spelt olive oil matzah recipe.